I accidentally joined a cult from Tinder. I matched with this girl named Luna on Tinder. She had piercing green eyes, mentioned tarot cards in her bio, and said she was into energetic alignment. A little strange, sure, but I was lonely. When she invited me to an energy healing gathering, I figured, why not? The place was deep in the woods. No signal, dirt road, the whole horror movie starter pack. I pull up to what looks like a yoga retreat built by a doomsday prepper. Inside, about 25 people in white linen, barefoot, humming in unison. Luna runs up and kisses me on the cheek. She whispers, "You came at the perfect time. The alignment is nearly complete." Before I can ask what that means, someone hands me a warm cup of tea. It tastes like ginger, regret, and hallucinations. The next thing I know, I'm lying in a salt circle. People are chanting. Luna is hovering over me with a chicken feather. I black out. When I wake up, I'm naked in the woods, covered in what I hope is beet juice. In my shoe is a handwritten note. You've been freed. Return when the moon is in Ganymede's gaze. I walk 5 miles to the nearest gas station. The guy at the counter looks me up and down, tosses me a hoodie, and says, "Another one?" Apparently, this happens a lot. They called it the Cavern of Shedding. I wasn't going to go back. But then weird things started happening. My cat began staring into corners and growling. My bedroom mirror cracked, not shattered, just a perfect spiral. And my phone started autocorrecting "good night" to Ganymede watches. So I messaged Luna. She said I was awakening. She sent me new coordinates. I went. Again. This time, the meeting was in a cave. They called it the Cavern of Shedding. There were more people than before. They cheered when they saw me. A guy with a raven on his shoulder whispered, "The bound one returns to ascend." Luna appeared, wearing a cloak made entirely of old stuffed animals. She looked me in the eye and said, "You've passed the first trial. Now we offer you the truth. Do you accept?" Before I could answer, the ground began to rumble. A deep voice echoed from below the cave floor. "Bring him." I panicked. I tripped over someone meditating upside down. I might have knocked over a ceremonial skull. I definitely stole someone's Crocs on the way out. I made it out. But something followed me home. Underscore 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 underscore. Part 3, the government found out, and now they're after me. I thought it was over. But then I got a VHS tape in the mail. No return address. My real name written on it in silver marker. I found a way to watch it. What I saw made my blood run cold. The tape showed the same cave, the Cavern of Shedding, but from the 1980s. A group of people stood in a circle, chanting. One of them climbed down through the trapdoor. Then came a scream. Not normal. Something deeper. Like it echoed inside your skull. I messaged Luna again. Why did someone send me cursed analog footage? She replied. It's time. She sent new coordinates. This time to a location in the desert. At 2:14 a.m., I stood in front of an abandoned radar station. A dozen people formed a human spiral. Luna stood at the center, holding a book that looked like it was made of pressed skin. She said. This wasn't a cult. It was a quarantine. And we failed. Suddenly, floodlights. Sirens. Armed men swarmed us. They threw hoods over our heads and dragged us away. I woke up in a freezing white room. A man in a gray suit said. We've been monitoring them since 1983. You got too close. I asked what they were. He didn't answer. He just said. If you talk about this again, we'll erase you properly next time. They dropped me off at a random Denny's. The book? Still in my backpack. Still warm. I opened the book. I wasn't ready. I wasn't going to open it. But the book whispered to me every night. Return what was taken. You are the vessel. The pages weren't in English. They weren't in any language. They moved when I looked at them. I showed a friend a reflection of one page. In the mirror, I had no face. Then I touched the last page. Blackness. I woke up in the cave again. But it had changed. The walls pulsed like lungs. The people weren't people anymore. And Luna floated in the center of them all. She said. You never escaped. You only paused the awakening. But now the vessel has chosen. My body, the real me, stepped forward from the crowd. But I was still behind it, watching. I wasn't inside myself anymore. My other self looked at Luna and said in a voice I've never heard. We accept the offering. The spiral opens. A blinding light. The sound of countless voices, not screaming in pain, but relief. Like something ancient had finally been let in. Then, nothing. I woke up in my bed. No spiral. No book. Just my cat, staring at me. But now, smiling. I typed all this with both hands. Just realized something. I'm left-handed now. And I've never been.